Taurus, my love, I know this is a very hard decision to make with Justin Timberlake playing in the back of my mind. Cry me a river, oh, cry me a river. Go on and just cry me a river, oh, cry me a river. I just wanted to say it one more time. But I know this is so hard. I could just feel the emotional tug of war happening right now. The grief, the mourning of a loss. Something that you may have wanted really bad. For some of you, you will overcome this obstacle. You will overcome this season. You will overcome this time. Whatever you are that's being ripped from you, it feels almost like you don't have a choice. Something like you have no absolute choice anymore, but to put yourself first. Like you're getting older. Some of you are getting older. Some of you, you're just having a natural epiphany or a wake-up call that you want what you want, and you want to be happy, and you want to feel fulfilled, and you want to wake up every single day with a reason to smile. You want to wake up feeling encouraged. You want to wake up feeling like you are chocolate. Choco, choco, la la, so much of chocolate. So this is a lot of frustration. This is a frustrating season. This is a frustrating time. It's an overwhelming, anxiety-driven time, anxious-driven time. It feels like you've gone back and forth, back and forth. Can I do this? Is this the right thing? Should I do this? Am I being selfish? You know, there's a lot of fears that are being brought to the forefront, and I feel like your fears are coming up right now because you got to face them. Okay? Some of you have a fear of, can you do something on your own? Right? Can you get this object on your own? Can you thrive on your own? Will you survive on your own? And I feel like, yes, sometimes the greatest act of love, and I say this all the time, is having blind faith, even for yourself, even if it involves another person. You got to trust that that person's going to be taken care of, even if you've been that person taking care of them. Some of y'all, this could be your own child, and it may be difficult for you to let go and allow them to learn on their own, right? They could be moving away, or they're starting their life and they're making certain decisions that you know you didn't want for them. You didn't want them to have that journey, or you didn't want them to have to go through certain disappointments in order for you to do what's best for you. But at this point, what's most important is you being able to show up for those children in the best way you can, right? What's most important is you being able to be the best version of yourself, to show up at work, the best version of yourself, to show up in your life, the best version of yourself. And if your environment is not doing that, though, you may want to stay around those family members, or you want to maintain that relationship because you know them and you want to cultivate it and build off of it. But sometimes we're guided in separate directions, and that's okay too. So if you're new and any of those messages resonates with you, or those confirmations resonate with you, welcome to our love nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. And if you're returning, welcome back, you guys. TT is here with this channel message for all of my Taurians. Be aware of anyone in the comments pretending to be me. If you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can text me with the number inside of my description box. All right. Let's get Spirit's message to you. This is reminding me of a time I was like super duper in love with someone. All right. Let me get a little candid with you guys. I was super duper in love with this guy. And out of all the people I've ever been in love with, this person, I felt without a shadow of a doubt that I was meant to meet him, that I was meant to be with that person. It felt right. And I had like a premonition of our potential future together. And I feel like that's one of the caveats, right, to being psychic, is sometimes I'll receive dreams or certain things. And for a long time, I battled with the idea of walking away from that connection. And I had to ask myself some hard questions, which had nothing to do with what I was getting out of the relationship, because I did not care. I unconditionally loved that person, right? And I still do, and I always will. It's one of the things where I had to ask myself, how is this affecting my life? How is this relationship? And I asked myself this question with all my relationships, my family relationships, my relationships with my children. I can only be the best version of myself if the environment fosters that, right? If the environment is not fostering me being able to allow my inner child to feel safe and to be playful and be their natural self, it's not conducive for my health, right? And the top priority before any other obligation or responsibility is your emotional, mental, and spiritual health. These are the three components that I always used to sacrifice, and these are the three components that I learned are non-negotiables, right? So for that person, though, let's talk about it. For that person, for that opportunity, I loved that person. And the person didn't reject me. The person didn't make me feel like he didn't want me. It was more or less the realization that for this person, I was willing to sacrifice myself. And I like I said, I had that same type of trait of doing that repetitiously. But I've always felt like I've always met people that wanted to do that for me. And so they always got heartbroken by me. And this was the first person where I was on that other end. So it's almost like meeting that mirror of yourself, right? I was on that opposite end where I met someone where I was willing to do that for. And it's one of those type of connections where no matter where or what I'm doing in the world, I'm going to always want the best for that person. All of the people I've ever been with. But for that particular person, I felt like, I don't know if I could describe it. I just wanted him to be happy. And I never really felt like that, you know. Trust me, I've dealt with my possessive traits, right? Like I said, I've always been that person where it's been difficult for me to get people not to fall in love with me. It's been difficult to get them to have those boundaries when it comes to me. And I don't even do anything. I just be, right? But that particular person, listen, I had to go back to the Lord. Okay, I had to go back to the Lord. And I understood that like I felt like that person was a fragment of myself, of a mirror of myself, someone that was just like me to a degree, and easily just like that. With that type of emotional connection, I felt like I could have easily slipped into that cycle of putting myself on the back burner, because that person just inspired me. But based off of my upbringing, based off of the relationships that I was exposed to, I wasn't ready. If I could describe it, I wasn't ready to. I hadn't really healed a lot of my. I had to go back. I had to go back to grade. I had to go back to pre-K. I had to go back to kindergarten, okay? And I had to ask myself some hard questions about myself and how I perceive things, because for the first time, someone else had the ability to juggle me. I was hanging in the balance of someone else's decision, and that was frightening, and that was very scary. Especially with me never being in that position before. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. And so I had to really dig deep and do some soul searching to see what's in my shadow and see what was in my patterns of my own parents and what things did I need to work on. And I think that's where that person really initiated me really doing the work on myself. That helped me experience other breakthroughs, especially creative breakthroughs. Inspiration out the wazoo. You feel me? So I was like, okay, here I am at that moment, that fork in the road where I have to decide, right? The same thing I told every other person, you need to put yourself first, right? That was my moment where I was put to the test, and God was like, hey, you know how you say you're supposed to put yourself first, and you know how you did that with everyone else? Now I'm going to send somebody to you that you love now, that you love the way everyone else loved you. And I want to see if you're going to maintain that. I want to see if you're going to stand firm on your beliefs that you have worked so hard to establish within yourself. Or are you going to tear it all down just for that person? And I cried like a baby. You hear what I say? I cried like a baby. I almost felt like, I don't know why, but I felt like I couldn't do it. I felt like I couldn't. Straight up, I really felt like I couldn't do it. And it was if I wanted to play it safe in that predicament, it would have meant that I would accept whatever situation I was in. It would admit that I was like, okay, whatever you want, I'll take it. You know, whatever you giving me, I'll take it. But that wasn't me loving myself. And I knew that that I had did so much healing work on myself that I wasn't going to allow myself to be in that position. Hell, you know. But to be on the other side of the fence, the space that so many people have, you know, crossroads, so many people have come to in connection with me, to be on that other side of the fence and someone else have that ability, to impact me the way I've always impacted other people. Touche, spirit. Touche. So, you know, I walked away. And I put myself first. So when I say to you, I know it's not easy, and I know it's difficult to move on. I know it's difficult to love yourself enough to commit, no matter what that journey looks like after it. I do. I know exactly what that looks like. And you're going to feel frustrated, and it's going to feel like you are betraying that person, and it's going to make you feel like you are, when all you want to do is love that person and be loyal to them and give them everything, right? Many men and when I say many men, I'm talking about in general, whether we got to a relationship or not, has fallen on that sword of heartbreak. And I've taught them many lessons, and they have felt scorned by me. I have to be able to see that about my journey thus far. And sometimes it can bring a very, very ugly version of a person out, and they can really start to hate you long term, and it can get even worse. All right, because love doesn't want to be conquered. I feel like love wants to just be, to be honest with you. So that's just me sharing my own personal experience of like how I get it. I get it more than you know. All right. I heard that song, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I. Some of you, this is like your ancestors, ascended masters, spirit guides. They're helping you with this consciousness of lack. Some of you are on a journey where you will have many seasons by yourself, and you're meant to be single. And from one end, you know, to the hurt bays out there in the world, they could feel like it is a punishment that you're receiving karma for not loving them properly. And they're entitled to that. I will never take that from the hurt bays out there in the world that have ever been hurt by TT. Okay. So if you've ever felt like there's no one new coming, there's no one there that's going to love me the way that I love, I'm afraid that if I got a real thing, I need to hold on to it and not let it go. Never be afraid to let go, because what's meant for you will come back to you. And look at that. You have 7, 7, and a completion. Matter of fact, it's just the opposite. It's in contrary. When you let go of something, it's able to grow. If I didn't let go of those relationships, they wouldn't be able to grow and be mad at me. If I didn't let go of the person that I was, madly in love with, I wouldn't have been able to grow. And I don't know what they're up to, but they probably wouldn't have been able to grow. We would have held each other back. And there's so many people that may have needed to come in contact with that person on their journey. A lot of us, sometimes the journey will be like, you are on one speed and your person's on another speed, and the same exact experiences are kind of happening. It's just sometimes your journey may be more ascended. You had way more tragedy or way more heartbreak, and that person is coming up on those timelines where they're about to make your same mistakes. Right? But through your wisdom of how you transmuted that energy and turned it into wisdom, tends to be a point of reference for them, from a place, from someone that they genuinely love. Well, if that person did it and I love that person, then I can have the strength as well to work on myself. You see what I'm saying? So don't ever feel like, oh, that person's so far behind me that they're stupid, or that person's so far behind me that they even made the mistake. I told them not to do it. No, it's not for you to tell them. It's for them to gather the wisdom themselves. And if they do happen to make those decisions that lead them down the same path, you should have enough grace for them, because you know what it's like to be faced with those type of choices. And you yourself haven't always made what you would perceive to be the right choice. Right? So even in this type of situation, the divine is saying it's only when you feel like you're alone that you feel like you're lacking something. You're not really lacking something. You're just being asked to wait for more information, right? Instead of going to get another subject, name of people. Be patient and work on yourself. There's a plethora of things that you can do. There's a whole bunch of list of manifestations that you have written down that you can focus on. Okay, if you have children, invest in those children. Teach them, pass down that wisdom to generation. Don't be stingy with your love. Be generous with your love of all that. Your wisdom is love. Okay, so if you're 71, 50, 65, jump on YouTube and share with the world, why your lesson of, let's say you had a lesson of never receiving family support. Well, from your journey, what gems have you received thus far that you would find useful or helpful for the next person coming after you, you know? And how can you creatively express that, utilizing your experience as the wisdom, and be there for your generation in that way? That's kind of what I'm seeing here. There's a reason for it. You have ascended masters. There's a reason why you go through a particular journey like this. It's not for nothing. Let's see. A lot of time, you know, our pride will tell us, like, our pride can kind of hold us back from wanting to share our mistakes with the world. So if that's something that you're struggling with, like, I don't want nobody knowing my dirt, or I don't want to be airing my dirty laundry out there for the world to see. Well, that's a consciousness of lack, right? Because no sin is greater than the other, and there's no need to hide. There's no need to put on this facade or be perfect. Just be. So, this Queen of Swords just keeps wanting to come out. You're falling. Oh, yeah. They're pretty much saying not learning this lesson will kind of lead you right into to be lied by a new person. Okay? There's something about a lesson that you're meant to learn. And you see this rope here? This person is like, ha ha. You thought you were going to trick me. You thought you were going to set me up. You thought you were going to trap me or block me. I made my way out. Now I'm running to go live my life, right? Running to go nowhere fast. And there's already someone waiting out there that's going to pretend like they want to support you, pretend like they love you, and you're going to step right into their trap. And there you go, all over again. Emotionally scorned, emotionally upset. And you don't know whether to blame spirit, your spirit guides. For some of you, someone is trying to trap you with a baby here and make it difficult for you to close this chapter or this cycle. But if you keep playing with fire, you're going to meet fire. I'm going to come back to that because I feel like there's a reason why that's there. Yeah, someone's like, I'm not doing this anymore. Pay me my money. Pay me my money. Someone feels entitled here. And you're going to have to pay me in order for me to leave. You're going to have to pay me. You're never going to find nobody else like me. Someone's trying to do reverse psychology on you. They may be soliciting other people in their family to kind of help support them. Be careful not to drink from someone, because I do feel like someone may be pouring something in somebody's drink. Okay? Trying to seduce them. When you get to the other side of this season, when you make it to the other side of this season, someone's always trying to come with you. There's something about someone always trying to come with you. So you may have a tendency of giving people second chances, apologies. And then they start off giving you what you think you want, doing everything right, pretending to be supportive. And then they're like, okay, I did enough work now, and I pay me my money, give me my reward. So someone feels always entitled to some type of reward system. What's this reward system that they're entitled to? Ooh. Someone's not going to be satisfied until they get you pregnant or they lock you down. You're always going to be like prey. That's what I'm seeing here. You're going to always be prey. Because you're a fighter. Something about you is a warrior spirit. You're like, come on. I'll fuck you up. You know? There's this energy of like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are willing to fight. We ready to bust people upside their head. Like, oh, hell no. And then next thing you know, you the bad guy. Because you snapping and you getting real rowdy. I'm seeing you want to fight. You want to tussle. Oh, yeah. This is the Tauruses that cry. When you got to get mad and angry and fight people. Or, you know, stand up for yourself. You may have to get to a point where you got to shed a tear or two. And once a person make you cry, that's when you get mad. And if they didn't make you cry yet, they ain't hurt you bad enough yet. They didn't lie to you bad enough yet. Ooh. Girlfriend, boyfriend, listen. You be like, I know they not. How much will it take? How much will it take, Taurus? You put your guards down, 9-9, when you know you should have been done a long time ago. This could really leave you feeling guilty. Like, I tried to tell you. You wasn't listening. You wanted to go out there and be fast, Taurus. So look at that. You lost money. You got blocked. You fell for the games. They tried to like... Yeah, greedy. Look at this person. Yeah, I don't know which one you fall on, Taurus, but this person, it's cold as hell outside. They got no shoes on. They bandaging that shit up. They got their bag on the back. Bag lady. I do it all by myself. I don't need your advice. I'm going to find better than you. And then the baggage just keep hoarding and hoarding and hoarding. And this person over there, how it's like, well, at least I'm not stuck with that person, or at least I'm not struggling with another human being. But yeah, they're over there struggling. They're in the same damn position, even though they have each other. You just in the same position. You just carrying two for the price of one. So no struggle is more than the other. No sin is worse than the other. They're all in the same lack energy. They're all in the same lack. Even if you feel like, well, at least I'm not letting another person use me. At least I'm single and I got everything. You got all your possessions, right? It's all mines. But you don't got no love. And every relationship keeps leaving you one step closer to next thing you know, you're going to be walking with blisters on your toes. Well, she already got blisters. And you just wearing them like on you. Look at that energy. She is wearing the emotional devastations on her body. You could have felt like you've always fought for the wrong relationships. But someone, you're trying to be protected. But your fear of what this journey could look like with this person may be really a lot more scarier for you than thugging it out. With what you're familiar with, thugging it out with what you know. This is leaving something that you're familiar with, leaving something that you know, and being open to the unknown, which is just as scary as the fucking what you already know or what's familiar to you. Because it's out of your control. It's out of your control. It may feel too good, you know. It may feel like you can't compete, where you can't compare. It may feel like like you're settling as well. But I think that the Page of Wands with the King of Wands energy, this is like you've been dealing with a chameleon. Look at that. You've been dealing with a chameleon that has kept you on the edge of your seat. Okay, but also kept you fastened in your seatbelt so you can't go nowhere. Constantly hanging over your head. The potential of great ending if you are to ever let go of them or they to let go of you. Is real Reaper, chameleon type energy. I feel like there is, because of this chameleon energy, depending on what vibration, well, this Page of Wands is in reverse. So it's a lot of trickster energy that this King of Wands energy is embodying. And I feel like because of how deceitful they are, self like involved they are. Yes, I do feel like this King of Swords energy as well may have third party energy, or they may be a workaholic and they're super focused on work and they have no time for anything. But no sin is greater than the other. They're all the same. Even if you went to that familiar one, it's still horrible. You went to this one, it's still horrible. So always what the divine has for you is always going to be the better option. That's one of the master lessons to learn. Nothing comes from rushing into something else new. Even if you're getting out of something toxic, nothing good comes from that except someone just exploiting the fact that you came out of something that didn't work. And they feel like you'll accept anything because your value has went down. Or going back to anything that you're familiar with out of security, because they're always going to be mad and inspired or enthused to control you and damn near make you suffer for the past. The past is always going to come back to haunt this type of energy. So this is why Spirit is saying master lesson here is stay out your past. Master lesson number 2, while you're recovering from your past and healing from your past, focus on yourself, because anything that you meet to get over something else will always have its own, its own burdens to carry as well. It's going to be like another day, another dollar, another cycle, just in another form, another way. It may just be a whole lot more lonelier. Because the transformation is really for yourself. The transformation is really for yourself. And when you're able to notice that you're in the middle of a season of transformation, the metamorphosis process will begin. Your ancestors will bring you confirmations, and they're going to, like, this is your ancestors saying, I know it's uncomfortable, but come here, Taurus. You still got your spirit guides. You still got your ancestors. We'll love you, Taurus. I know you're mad. I know you're mad and you're like, fuck my life. Look at me. Just sitting here, hanging on this damn tree for no fucking reason. Cock blocked by these birds. Just me and spirit. Let me go out there and pick some roses, damn it. I don't even care to be with nobody. But look at that Knight of Pentacles. That stable, consistent, long-term connection. Just on the other side of the rubber band. But I don't feel like this is someone that's so focused on their work, or they're so focused on, like, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Like, extreme. This is, to me, is excess. Unflexible. This person is actually on their They've already reached a level of success. They're actually looking now. So Spirit is trying to get you to be patient for someone that's actually in the state of, okay, I'm looking to date. I'm looking to build with someone, right? Because I feel like this person's like, this is a diamond in the rough. And Taurus, some of y'all are going to be so off guard when y'all meet this person. When y'all meet the person that Spirit has for you. Like all that shit talking. Spirit's like, hurry your ass up, Taurus. Stop dragging your feet. Listen, I got to show you the facial expression. I'm going to kill my vibe in a minute. But in a minute, I'm going to need to pump me up. You feeling fussy? Walking in. These are Balenciagas. Because I don't give a fuck. Spirit's like, don't touch that rose. I said walk. Stick to the order. He like, I just want to indulge a little bit. Dang. They cute. They tempting. It's pretty hot and tempting. And Spirit gonna tell on you. Ooh-wee. Someone's like, excuse me. Did you say single? Did you say you ready to go out and have some fun? All right, there go that charisma. All right, the tower moment. There's something about a tower moment. It gets the people going. Like, oh, damn. Because I get this energy where I feel like this is meeting someone where you are. So wherever you are on your journey, you want to meet someone that's exactly where you are. Not that they're above you or that they're below you, but they're right on that aspect of their journey, right where you are. So let's say you're in that aspect of your journey where you're still trying to discover what you want to do with life. Your most commonality you're going to share with someone that's also in that space and that has that same type of drive that you have, and they're consistently doing it for themselves. Let's say that you want to work on your body, right? And you want to work on your transformation of your physical vessel, because the Pentacles is physical. You're going to meet people in the environment where they are in the same action. They're doing the daily goals and the daily regimen of wanting to transform theirs as well. So you guys have a lot in common. Those are the relationships or the connections where it's healthy and it's not unequal or imbalanced. But if you're dealing with connections where they're on this pedestal and you're down here, they're always going to look at you as if you're the damsel or you're just useful to them. And if they're below you, then you become the person that's looking to them the same way. But when you get bored of hearing the same thing over and over again, or feeling like you've been delayed for so long, you start to settle and you start to just say, I'll take anything at this point. And Spirit doesn't want you to do that. Dun, dun, dun. On the window if you want me. Twice on the bike. Ding, ding. If the answer is no. Oh, my sweet thing. I don't know what the name of that movie is. May. She can't hear me. Yeah. Before, you didn't really want to hear this, but you like, all right. All right, give me one of them damn options you talking about, Spirit. What you talking about? And look, you're gonna feel like you got the clarity that you need. I feel like, Taurus, when this person comes in, you're just chilling. You're like, huh? You want to go where? Look at this person. They're like, let me cover his little taily. You're not going to see this coming. Spirit's going to make sure you're well distracted, Taurus. Well distracted. You're finna be surprised. And can't nobody surprise your ass, Taurus. Until you give up. Okay? I feel like you're going to run into someone. You don't even look at this person. Either you're passing someone the groceries when they go to the car. You checking someone out at the cash register. You got a little don't. I like the way the booty go. Yeah, somebody gonna stop and watch you walk away. They like to watch you walk away. They're like, oh shit. Look at that. I'm telling you. What is this, Spirit? What is going on here? Oh, that's how they get you, Taurus. They get you like this, Taurus. You don't be paying attention. You be falling in love with the potential. And they be like, oh, snap. This person didn't even notice my drobe today. This person didn't even notice my hair today. This person wasn't even paying me no attention. So your weakness, Taurus, are those that are attracted to you that you aren't paying attention to. You attract a lot of narcissists. Yeah, I see some people competing over you, Taurus. I ain't even gonna hold you. And you're gonna be like, I guess I could just fall into the laps of one of these people. And you're gonna fall right into that chair, and they both, you gonna be blind. All y'all blind. May the best woman or man win. There's something being mended. When you get tired of waiting, you indulge certain connections that calls in all of your past connections. And it has something to do with wanting to make your ego feel good. Like, and it's subconscious. I feel like it's more subconscious than it is intentional. It's one of those things where it's like trophies here. I'm seeing trophies. Yeah, that person's still crazy about me, or that person still, there's something about being triggering the direction that you choose to go in. I heard guru. The direction you choose to go in, or who you choose to pursue or allow to pursue you, is Spirit's like, I told you. And look at this person. Literally, like, how are you falling and smelling the rose at the same time? You know you're gonna fall. You know it was risky. You done dropped your most important shit, which was your bag, to smell the rose. And now you intoxicated. I don't know. I had too many drinks, Spirit. And next thing you know, I was being bathed. You're supposed to be holding up the damn water. You taking a bath. I just had this shit is hilarious. You taking a bath. Oh, this is like demigod. This is like gods coming down to frolic and procreate with and making demigods with the humans. That's what this feels like. How do we go from holding up the star, being that guide, right, to the North Node, the hope, the beacon of everything, to literally, while I'm pouring out into everyone, let me go ahead and just give myself a little splasheroo. Let me give myself let me indulge a little bit. And then what? Spirit's like, are you satisfied? Can we get back to work, Taurus? Look at this conversation. She's looking at this butterfly like, let me tell you something, Willis. Let me explain something to you. I had said I was coming right back. I say, no. You know what's coming next. Now you done gave them some, and now you got these people obsessed with you, and you think it's gonna be easier. Like, you done stop sleeping with demons. This spirit is saying stop. Oh goodness. Something is tempting you, Taurus. You got the devils out here twice. They tempting you. And Spirit is saying, you're going to have to get up out that damn. They trying to get you straightened up. They're talking to you. And you look at there. Oh, my God. Like, oh, you brought that for me? Thank you. Spirit's like, listen, get this house together. Get your shit together. Spirit guides is talking cat shit, okay? They're saying, if you don't get your ass out this water, Taurus, and you don't put back on your clothes and get back in position, you're supposed to be waiting. You're supposed to be waiting. And when I say waiting, you're supposed to be proudly enjoying yourself, okay? Enjoy yourself. But just some of y'all can't be sexual with certain people. Some of y'all got that damn, y'all attract a lot of possessive energies that just can't do without you. A lot of apathy, jealousy, envy. And I feel like those people are just like Mr. Anderson or Mr. Smith or some shit. I think it's Mr. Smith. They're not really real. They're like, they ain't clean. They got some lust on them. They got some spirits on them. They got some low vibrational depression, grief. And you just be absorbing all of their gook. And then those spirits are like forcing them to come back and chase you, Taurus, because they just can't do without you. And then those entities, the spirit is like, do whatever you got to do to get Taurus to fall. Drunk in love, we be all night. Yeah, you being sacrificed. Okay, these souls, these empty vessels are being used as conduits to sacrifice you. So you could be drunk in love. Drunk in love, we be all night. Oh, oh, oh. Never tired. Never tired. For the love of money. Yeah, then you're going to be stuck in the house, upset, because you waiting for your person to come home. And now you done got married to them. You stuck with them. And you're going to be like, a chair is just a chair. If there is no one sitting there. And these are just worst case scenarios. So what Spirit is saying to you in a nutshell, listen to your higher self. Avoid natural disasters. Master lesson number 1. If you are leaving one connection, give yourself time to heal and transform from that connection. Cleanse your sacral energy. Cleanse your heart chakra. Get rid of the baggage. If you picked up any extra weight dealing with that person, start purging it. Get healthy. Get your mental, your physical, and your spiritual body right so you can feel better about yourself. Master tip number 2. While you're getting over that connection, try to refrain jumping into a new connection. That's a master tip number 2. Life lesson number 3. Okay. When you're bored and you feel triggered by rejection or triggered by waiting or triggered by any discomfort that triggers a familiar wound, it is important to give yourself a healthy hobby to do that doesn't require you indulging in excess, okay? Or going to the extreme of how you will indulge just to make yourself feel better. That can be binge eating, binge drinking, binge watching, binge, sulking, binge dating, binge fucking, binge drinking, all those binging, it's an excess. And then the only thing that you're attracting at that point is the same vibration of people. And a lot of times, if the stank is on you, the stank is on them. And if the two of y'all stank together, well, y'all just stank A. And that's what that's going to be. And then it's going to be hard to get the stank up off you, because these energies going to be smelling you and looking for you. They'll be like, oh, damn, I was able to snag that. You may have let them go to heaven for one night, and now you can't get rid of them. So stop letting people drink from your well and smell your flowers. Okay, because the truth gonna hurt them, and next thing you know, they be toxic and crazy. Oh, Lord. That's what Spirit has said. Let's get your closing message. I feel like these are some life hacks, some life lessons, life hacks that these souls around you are trying to help you master. And you'd be like, yeah, I hear you, Casper, but I don't know about today. Today I want to be a little Damon. Today I want to be reckless. Yeah, see, there's no such thing as shortcuts. Listen, shortcuts, Taurus. You're learning about shortcuts and what that looks like. Must go deeply into the process. Can't speed up your evolution, Taurus. Resist trying to skip levels. Octorian. Gifted at divination and channeling. Spirit, is you talking to me? We not finna do. Spirit showed me my own face, y'all. What I be doing? Oh, I feel so. What I be doing? That is not the same. That is not the same. Spirit's trying to call me out right quick. Hold on. Pause. It says gifted at divination and channeling. Leader in communities and workplaces. Here to advance and innovate. Life path 3. So you could be a life path 3. Your person could be a life path 3. It says creative, sharp-witted, charming, success through creative expression. Being an individual is important. So yes, you want to be an individual, but these inner child wounds though. These inner child wounds don't be fucking you up. It be I got nothing but love for you, baby. Temptations. Or is that 5 heartbeats? Both of them are relevant somehow. Addictions. Yeah, something to do with addictions too. Life path 1. Trailblazer. Leader. Pioneer. Risk taker. You do better working on your own. A true romantic deep in the heart. What in the 13th floor is going on here? Okay. 3113 could be significant. I feel like one person may be an introvert and the other one's an extrovert. Then we have inner child. Healing unresolved childhood scars, childhood trauma holding you back, exploring your childhood wounds. And then you have seeking answers. Exploring metaphysical and exoteric fields in search for answers and truth. The beginning of your spiritual search. Spirit, separate from Taurus, what you trying to say to me? What you trying to say to me, Spirit? Okay. So Spirit's telling me to check my ego. Okay. So let me use myself as an example. On the spot. Sometimes, even myself, I have to always make sure that, and sometimes we fall off. Okay, the everyday life, your personal life. I know damn well when my this Mercury retrograde been kicking my ass. I've been sleeping a lot. Yeah, And I've been feeling like the routine that I have for myself. Yeah, I feel like after I went to the hospital and I got out, I was like, you know what? What's the fucking point? I've been having this season of lethargic, like, and I feel like every time this season happens in my life, I'm going deeper into my inner child wounds, and you're going to like, the only thing that I could do is talk to you guys exactly from the heart space, which is a place that I typically like to stay away from. But usually when spirit has me talk from the heart space, it is because through the process of uncovering it, right? Through the process of uncovering these things that are being held back, or wounds or scars or things like that, it brings out my authentic self more and more and more. So we're all on the same process, but a lot of times what can happen is, yeah, for me, I have to remain humble. You see what I'm saying? Which is why I don't really do a lot of recognition. I try to stay away from it because, listen, destructive behaviors can really show up when I accomplish something. And like, for example, like, this is a little impish, and I'm gonna be 100 with you. And it's the placements in my chart. We're gonna blame it on that. But ultimately, I can neglect a lot of people. This is true. My life has been a very self-destructive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But in order to fulfill my life mission, I have to remain humble at all times. At all times. And humble does not mean that you let people abuse you or misuse you because you're being humble. But it's like, you don't have to be that conqueror. You don't have to be that tyrant. You know, sometimes when you're conquering your life mission, you can literally be like, oh, you know, you can literally come off like scooch over type energy, or be a little insensitive to the human experience, and you could become detached. So that's something, because I am breaking that type of energy that kind of was passed down to me, that type of wheel, right? Anytime that you are connecting or channeling or working with, you want to have a balanced ego, period. So type of shadow work and gruesome things that divinators or channelers have to put themselves through, we're always doing shadow work. But I would definitely say, like, I haven't journaled as much. And sometimes when my ego is not balanced, you will know. You'll know. Not you per se, but I'll know, because I will literally have less and less patience for people. I will. So, Spirit says, the ego self, dismantling the ego is a crucial step, the biggest block to your true self. Must explore the nature of your ego. So, that may be a helpful tip for you as well, to explore the nature of your ego and what you identify as, and mastering what you're being called to, conquering your life mission, discovering your true self. So again, ascended masters are assisting you, Taurus, just like they're assisting me, master some type of inner child, master some type of lesson around shortcuts and getting there quickly, and being aware of the people that you step on to get there. Duly noted. You know, in your lifetime, we've all have done it. We all have done it. And if you say you never broke someone's heart, use a lie. Use a lie, Taurus. Don't break my heart lying to me, Taurus. Last card. See? When you be like, oh, you know what? Tomorrow, I'll do what I know I'm supposed to do, and I'm just going to go to the club. Yes, I was that teenager in the club. I didn't drink, but I damn sure wanted to dance. Okay. Ain't no good persona over here. I'm just letting you know. I'm a work in progress, but I know for sure I was in them streets. And then they tried to domesticate me. I really can't be domesticated. I don't know why anyone ever thought that was possible. But see, sometimes people be thinking that they could do that. It's not gonna work. I cannot be domesticated. What is this? We have psychic dreams. Becoming more aware of your dreams can allow you to make better choices to avoid tragedy. What I told you, Taurus. And embrace the positive changes that may be about to happen. So be aware as well, and I feel the need to say this. Sometimes you can hear something, right? And it may not be something that you want to hear. And so you could be like, well, Spirit's not talking to me. They're talking to that person down the street, the cat down the road, or they're talking to TT. We are all examples of a very, very familiar walk of life. So always remember how interconnected we are. As earth angels, crystal babies, past life relationships, we all share a very in tune, telepathic, connected energy. Yeah, it's the spirit realm. We're like one big ass radio. Young at heart, the youthful energy in your eyes reveal a fun hidden treasure, allowing others to explore their inner child. Okay. Fortunate to have you, girl. Want you to know I really adore you. You have a pioneering spirit that can manifest abundance easily. All that you touch turns to gold. Luck seems to be on your side. Respectfully. And then we have healing hands. And we're going to close it out right here. You are able to use universal energy with your hands to help people alleviate spiritual, physical, or mental suffering and clear energetic blockages. Sexual healer. You have the capacity to become a sexual healer. With the skills to change sexual trauma, wounding, limitation that goes on in people's bodies and in their worlds. Whoa. Self-love, Taurus. Yes. Peace. You advocate a healthy lifestyle, taking good care of your body, mind, and spirit, teaching others to give back love to themselves. Taurus, I love you with all of my heart. And I will see you tomorrow, love. TT out. Toodles.